Borderlands 3 may be bigger, larger, and more ambitious than the previous entries in the series, but something you might be asking yourself throughout your playthrough of the story is, where are all the characters? There are so many missing people throughout the whole of this game, but one very prominent figure I found myself wondering about was Scooter. I'm just kidding, I'm talking about Dr. Zed. He was not only the third character we were introduced to in this franchise, but he is, in my opinion, a staple of the games. Much like Scooter, much like Marcus, Moxie, Claptrap, Zed fits in with all of them. But upon first arriving in Sanctuary 3, I was shocked to see Tannis had taken up control of the infirmary. Now don't get me wrong, I love Tannis. I think she has and always was more relevant to the games than Zed ever could be, especially now. But the infirmary, that's Zed's thing. I went through this whole game wondering if I would hear the faintest of mentions of where Zed went. I wondered if I missed some piece of lore that stated how he died, when he died, if he died, but nothing really ever came up. And if nothing ever came up, I would have just moved on. But something did that may explain where exactly he is. You see, while all sorts of new lore and backstories are being discovered through the oh-so-popular echologs, Dr. Zed, to my knowledge, does not have one. That could change, and if it does, please post it in the comments. But throughout the game, there are these radios that are just constantly playing. They're scattered all over the place, very sparsely, but you can find a few of them if you look. You can go up to them, turn them off, or change the station. There are shockingly quite a lot of different bits of dialogue you can come across throughout these. Typical generic music, a pretty good beatboxer, ads for all of the mega corporations, the Claptrap adventures narrated by Claptrap, and even a whole 10-minute plus game of bunkers and badasses featuring Tina, Brick, Mordecai Zero, and a few others. But also within this is an ad by Dr. Zed, which may give us a clue as to where he is and why he is not in the game.
Hey there, are you tired of getting shot? Stabbed? Or struck by vehicles? Then limp on down to Dr. Zed's Portable Med Clinic. We got shields, shots, and shiny mods to help keep you alive. But don't take my word for it, just listen to these testimonials.
When I came to Pandora, I got shot by bandits on my first day, and finding a talented doctor was hard. Lucky for me, I found the next best thing, a vending machine with medicine and shields at questionable prices. But I didn't ask questions, and today, I'm still alive. Thanks, Dr. Zed.
Being a bandit's tough. Just the other day, I was shooting at someone who just arrived from off-world when a bullet ricocheted and hit my leg. After that, I figured, what the hey, it was time to invest in a shield. Boy, am I glad I did. Now when I get shot, I'm out of commission for just a few seconds before I'm back in action. I know this Zed guy says he's not a doctor, but he saved my life more times than I can count. So what are you waiting for? An appointment? Get on down to a med vendor. Doctor's orders.
Dr. Zed is not a real doctor, and his statements should not be taken as informed medical opinion or advice. Any resemblance between Dr. Zed and a real doctor is strictly coincidental or for entertainment purposes, whichever is a better legal defense.
By the sounds of it, Dr. Zed is traveling around Pandora in a portable med clinic. It doesn't exactly explain why he's not with the Crimson Raiders anymore. We know how he feels about the original Vault Hunters and what they did for him as seen in Borderlands 2 when you inform him of Roland's death, which you'd wonder why he'd ever leave after so much has been done. It could simply be a business decision. Though Marcus might be one of the most money-hungry characters in the game, yet he still manages to make a profit amidst the Raiders. It could also potentially be possible that he was informed of the Crimson Raiders' plan to head into space and decided to stay on Pandora due to sentimental value. We know he was born in Firestone, and so he spent his entire life on Pandora and possibly had no interest in leaving, thus deciding to travel across the planet with his best interests in mind. But that's just speculation. The creative team may have simply decided there was no room for him and just cut him out of the game completely. I do not know. But anyway guys, this was simply a video to answer a question I'm sure has been burning in your mind throughout the entire game. Zed's off living his best life, exploring the planet he loves so much. Or at least that's how I like to think of it. Anyway guys, what do you think of this radio ad? Do you actually believe he's driving around Pandora, healing people, selling things, or is there simply some other idea you think is going on? Be sure to let me know any and all ideas you have in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video.